Yakuza 0 is the upcoming action-adventure open-world RPG brawling thing that's coming out by Sega over the next couple of days, and I wanted to give you a bit of an idea of what to expect if you pick up the game. So I'll just get started in here. Obviously from the menu you've got these mini games and the online mini games, a few climax battles and stuff like that. I've not touched any of that yet because the game's not out, so there's not really been all that much sort of enticing me into that area at the moment. I'm just loading the game now. And we're back. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I've had about 5 or 6 hours of the game so far. Whilst it looks really clunky, like it's not really going to play very nicely, I found that it's quite a lot smoother than you sort of give it any credit for, and it runs quite nicely, especially in the action sequences, which I'm going to go and try and find in a minute to give you a bit of an idea. I really like the fact that the whole open world is sort of in this little city of Tokyo. It's not a massive city, but it gives you enough of an area to play with and sort of doss around in. And there's more than enough stuff to do. You can go bowling. You can visit a strip club. Well, not a strip club, but sort of that kind of stuff. I've managed to get into a fight with these delinquents now. Here I'm using the monster beast style, whatever it's called, where I can effectively just run around and he will automatically pick up any weapon that is near him to hit everyone with. So I'll do a few hits with that, including bikes, which I will not throw away. And then I'll change to the brawler fight style, which is a bit slower, but you get cool bat mechanics like this, which is just nice to just kind of do. And then you've got these as well, which you can do as well at the same time. So that's all quite nice, and you get money for the more people you beat up, basically, and you run around free roaming, much like an RPG. Aspect of that is where you get the money for the actual fights. Going back to the mini games and stuff, there's bowling, darts, pool, sort of everything. You can go to the Sega arcade and play a load of random old school Sega games, which I'll try and see if I can find while we're here. Oh, and karaoke, which is I will actually go to, because that's one of my favourite things to do. It's really quite difficult, and once I'm actually playing the karaoke I'll probably go a bit silent, but it gives you an idea of the kind of things you can do. There are funny little random things, like there's a man called the Shakedown guy who will come and steal all your money off you if he can beat you, and he'll steal like loads of money. So it's quite worthwhile picking up the wallet straight away, the secret wallet, so you can hide the money from him. This is the rush mode, which is just the quick sort of fight mode. So I'll just play a little bit with now. And this gives you a sort of dodge mechanic. This is my least favourite of all the fighting styles, so I'm going to change back to brawling now. And you get cool things like grabbing someone and then doing this. And that's typically sort of an instant, they're gone, they're dead, sort of. Behind my ugly mug there is actually the breakdown of the cash you win from the fights, which is always quite nice. Right, I'm going into the karaoke bar now. So I'll walk over to this machine quite easily, just smash X, sing solo. The world's really opened up to me already, and I'm, as I said sort of before, I'm only a handful of hours into the game right now, and I've got all of these millions of things to do, which include sort of friendship, dating simulator thrown in there as well. And one of the good things about this whole thing is that you don't have to do any of it. You can just proceed through the storyline if you want, and so far I've quite enjoyed the storyline, and that says quite a lot, because typically don't tend to enjoy RPG storylines as much as others. Anyway, I'll let you listen to this absolute banger of a song. One of the cool things about the karaoke is that it does put him into his own little music video, which is a little bit distracting, but it's worth being distracting because it's hilarious. One of the other ones I played was sort of like an 80s glam rock thing, and sort of by the end of the music video you had him as in an 80s glam rock band, sort of singing as the front man of this band, and I was sort of weeing myself laughing really because I thought it was hilarious, intentionally so. Yay! I mean, one thing that's got to be said about this game is that it's so Japanese. Sort of, if you're a fan of Japanese games and if you're a fan of Japanese RPGs, then it's definitely worth picking it up because you'll find quite a lot to love, especially in these early hours of the game. I'm not sure how it'll pan out, given the fact that the last couple of Yakuza games have been 50 odd hours or so long. So I'll find out sort of how it is. So this is the city. You've got a taxi where I can go to the pier and do some more training, and a few other places I can go to from now. At the moment I'm trying to find out where the bowling is so that I can go and find the sort of the next story quest, so I can give you an idea of what the cutscenes look like. The bowling should be over there, so if I go up here. So yeah, as I was saying before, sorry, the mechanics look kind of clunky and slow, but they work quite smoothly, and you get quicker the more you level yourself up, and I'll show you what the sort of leveling system is in a second once I've done this. Alright, so here's your standard inventory. You can hold a certain amount of items, and you've got equipment here, which I'm having a wild shirt, a secret wallet, and now a berserker charm, which is quite cool and I quite like. And then you've got your abilities. So I've got 3 skill trees unlocked at the moment. I'm sure there's more unlocked, and there'll be more unlocked with the second sort of characters. And what you do is you spend money to level up. So I'll get this power surge one now to show you guys. And I've already bought that one. I don't know if I can afford any more, so I should actually show you. Yeah, so you hold the button down and it spends 2 million yen and unlocks the ability. So it gives you a bit more of an idea. So and that's how you unlock combos, and you get quicker, and the gameplay gets slightly less clunky as you unlock more abilities in the skill tree. There is a sprint button. I've noticed that, like sort of a standard JRPG, the sort of battles seem to be quite random. So you can run away from them if you choose to, but they'll just members of the Yakuza will appear randomly in the street and you'll just get to go from there, really. Just smash this guy's face in. And some money. The skill tree kind of accelerates in how much money you need to spend very, very quickly. So the one you just saw me spend there was 2 million yen to buy that upgrade, and the one after that is going to cost me 30 million yen, and the one after that's going to cost 100 million yen. So you can kind of see the way it scales up and how it's worth sort of putting amounts of money into different skill trees so that you've actually got some time to spend on monies. Can't remember, if I stop still for a second he eventually tells me where I need to go, which is quite nice. Let me just... I can't remember where I'm even going. It doesn't help, does it? Adventure. No, it doesn't matter. It was opposite the bowling is all I know. Which is there. Ah, I accidentally ran into that guy and now he wants a piece of me. But I can't be bothered to fight him. There we go. So I'm trying to find Tachibana real estate because there's a man with one arm who saved me from being killed by the Yakuza once I quit, and that's where I'm going to basically. Let's just skip half of this because it's rubbish. Oh, now I get to fight this guy. It should be fairly easy. Or, you know, I'll just mess around like a weirdo. Alright, I'm gonna hit with his bike. Smash his face in! So the fight animations, as you can see, are quite cool, and I do enjoy them quite a lot, especially because they tend to vary quite a lot as you go through the game. There's some are quite similar, so if you use the brawler one, those ones tend to be just the same one. If you're up against the wall, there's a combat animation for that. If you're in the middle of the street, there's a specific combat animation for that. So this gives you an idea of the whole thing anyway. I hope it gives you a bit more of an idea of whether or not you want to actually buy the game or not. At the moment, I would highly recommend it. It's really good fun. It's Japanese as hell. If you like action games, if you like RPGs, then just pick it up. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe to Respawning, and go on respawning.co.uk. Thank you.